guys, welcome in. How's everybody doing? My name's Shannon and we're here with a timeless reading for the Aquarius collective today. I hope you guys can see me all right. I left the window open just a little bit because it's just so beautiful out right now. So with that said, Aquarius, we are going to jump in. Feels like we're on the edge of something new coming through. But there's something holding us back. I don't know if it's in our own heads, if it's something we're still dealing with, but we're gonna get into it. If I can get the cards to shuffle. All right, friends, let's dive in. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know heading into this week? We are starting out with the King of Pentacles, a good place to start. Although we do have the Five of Cups, it's on the bottom of the deck. This is us stepping into our power. This is us grounding our energy. I know the past few readings, mental, emotional stuff has kind of been all over the place. We've been moving through a pretty tense transition, it's felt like. And now we're showing up as the King of Pentacles. So we're grounded. We're bringing abundance into our lives, maybe in a materialistic way, but in like a good way. Like our finances are improving. It feels like because we're leaving behind whatever this Five of Cups is. We're over it. We're over being in this feeling of despair, guys. Yes, the Ace of Wands. Six of Cups on the bottom. The Ace of Wands. Taking action. There's something new. Like I said, something new is coming through that we want to take action on. And being in the King of Pentacles energy, this is an excellent energy to be in, to manifest whatever this is that you're looking to receive, okay? So the seed has been planted. Spirit's handing it to you, saying, it's all yours, run with it. I'm seeing the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. For some of you, this could be in regard to maybe something you wanted to do in the past. It could have to do with children or friends. Not for everybody, but for some of you. Regardless of what the Six of Cups is representing here, look at what a joyful card it is. There's just, I see Temperance, the Queen of Swords. You guys have absolutely stepped into your power. You're taking charge of your life. You're not allowing things to hold you back anymore. People, places, events, you're moving through it with this energy of this too shall pass and I'm going to take from it what I can and keep it moving. Right, guys? All right, Aquarius, what else? What is this Ace of Wands about? The Ace of Swords. Okay. All right, so Ace of Swords, Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. We're gaining clarity. Like I said with the King of Pentacles, we're finally in this grounded space where whatever was affecting us emotionally, kind of keeping us in this like despair mode, we've moved beyond that and leveled up in a major way here to the King of Pentacles energy, right? So we're grounded, we're tuned in, we know what's going on. The Ace of Swords is coming out. You may be receiving communication in regard to something that has hurt you previously with the Three of Swords down here. Now, that being said, remember how I said it feels like there's a hurdle? Whatever clarity is being delivered to you, this might feel kind of like a speed bump a little bit, okay? But let's see what this is. What do we need to know about this Ace of Swords? The Knight of Wands and the Tower. So the Knight of Wands and the Tower, somebody who was moving through quickly, fiery, maybe for some of you, this could be about a partnership falling apart. Whatever this Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is a quick moving energy. Oftentimes they're not thinking before they're acting. So it's not like they're getting into this King of Pentacles energy and then taking action on things. They're taking action from a primal space. This is like, I want it now, I'm going after it. I don't care who's standing in my way or how it affects them, all right? And the King of Wands isn't always in this energy, but when it's in its shadow, it can absolutely be this way. So we're gaining clarity in regard to whatever has occurred with the Knight of Wands, whatever that's representing for you. And whatever happened with the Knight of Wands was a foundation collapsing, okay? So you have moved through the healing process, and it feels like you've done so relatively quickly. It's like you may have even seen this for what it was before it came. Yeah, I remember we were in all that water energy and air energy. You guys intuitively knew what this was. But now we're getting confirmation. So let's see, what's coming up after this? What's our guidance here on how to move through this? The King of Wands, my friends. I hate to say beat them at their own game, but that's exactly what popped into my head when I saw this. Knight of Wands in the shadow, King of Wands in the upright, not in his shadow. This is a powerful energy. Your energies are showing up. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. You're grounded. You know what you want. You know how to go after it. And like, look at this. You're co-manifesting here with spirit, with the King of Wands. This isn't coming from a space where you haven't thought things through. This is coming from a space of, oh, okay, great. Now that I have that clarity on that situation, I'm going full force and I'm heading into this next chapter, this next opportunity, which has already been presented to you. I'm hearing some of you may not have recognized it yet. It may have come through in a dream. It could have been, it might be coming through in synchronicities. Sit with that, because there's some type of an opportunity here in regard to whatever this is. And this could be business, love, family. Take this as it resonates for you. I am seeing the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like whatever this message is coming through in regard to the King of Wands, you are reacting in kind to this. You are not staying silent, but you're also not going tit for tat. You're not playing games anymore. We are moving on. Moving on. But you're willing to speak your piece. You're absolutely willing to speak your piece and then be like, well, said what I had to say. Anything else I can do for you? What else, Spirit? What else does Aquarius need to know about this situation? Beautiful. Okay. So, interesting juxtaposition here. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming out with the Ten of Wands and the Moon. So, the Moon can be about emotional confusion. The Moon can be about things being hidden. And because we're receiving this clarity here, I feel like this is showing that this is going to be uncovering what the Moon may have been hiding previously. And this puts us into a predicament. We can either head towards this Ten of Pentacles, or we can go towards the Ten of Wands. It's up to you. The Ten of Wands, having it feel burdensome, having it feel heavy. The Ten of Pentacles, realizing that this is putting you on the right path, heading towards abundance, fulfillment, family, joy, friendships. This is completion in a beautiful way, or completion in a difficult way. It's up to you. The choice is yours, Aquarius. But it feels to me, if you stay in these energies, this King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, if you're able to maintain this, and not allow whatever's happening with this Ace of Swords and the Knight of Wands to drag your vibration down, to bring your frequency down to this level, if you're able to maintain this, you're heading towards this Ten of Pentacles. Things are looking up for you. But whatever's being uncovered, it might be painful. It might be something that, you know, maybe you weren't expecting. And with the Wolf being on the card, it feels to me like it may have been something a little underhanded, okay? That's for some. Take it if it resonates. We have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Spirit's encouraging you to find joy, find happiness, find emotional fulfillment within yourself, with the things that you enjoy, okay? We need to shift our focus a little bit here, guys. Let's pull a couple more cards, and then we're going to close it out. Judgment. Judgment. The snake is shedding its skin. The snake has shed its skin, and now the truth is being shown. Somebody might be coming through. This is very, okay. Somebody might be coming through to actually tell you this with this little bird here. But it's like you didn't know about it until it actually happened. Next card out is the World, guys. Judgment and the World. This is us seeing things clearly. This is us looking back on past events, lining things up and saying, you know what? I think we're done here. I think we're through. But that being said, with the World card coming out, you have taken all the lessons from this that you were supposed to take. You're moving on. The wheel is going to spin, right? The wheel is going to spin in the direction that you want it to spin. I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. There really is this underlying message from Spirit about maintaining balance, okay? Especially with your energy being the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, keeping that balance between being grounded and taking action and being driven, right? Not allowing ourselves to get too emotional or too in our heads. This is going to be very important, but I feel like you guys already realize this. If this is your reading, you absolutely 100% kind of understand what has happened here. But you may not know that this is really leading you out this portal. This portal is opening and you're moving out of this cycle because you're finally seeing things for what they are. And maybe even admitting to yourself what things are in this situation. Because like with the Two of Pentacles on the bottom, you may have been trying to make this work. You may have been trying to like balance things out and be like the mediator, the go-between. And now you're finding something else out. And it's like this just is the final nail in the coffin. Okay? So then tell me something good, Spirit. What's coming after the World? What's Aquarius have to look forward to after this nonsense is done? Hearing, sit with it. Make sure we're tuning in. I know I already said that. Thank you. The Star, guys. It's like every time we finish a cycle, every time we get through a cycle and it's entirely complete, it's time to go back into that healing room. It's time to assess what we've been through. And it's time to really, you know, recognize you've taken the lessons, but actually recognize those lessons for what they were and move forward with hope in your heart. Okay? Making sure we're cutting ties with whatever this is before we try to take that next step forward. The opportunity is here. The opportunity is not going anywhere for you to take this action and get yourself to this 10 of Pentacles. But to be sure that we don't get caught up in the Moon and the 10 of Wands, carrying this heavy burden on our shoulders, feeling emotionally confused, we don't want that, right? So in order to make sure that we do that, once this completes, there's going to be a period of you taking a pause, understanding everything that's occurred, why it's occurred, what you've learned from it, and then finding that North Star again, okay? Deciding what direction you want to go in. So it's like, you know, maybe somebody who loses their job and they're really freaked out. So they want to apply to everything. And the first thing that comes along, they're like, oh, I'm going to take this job. And it puts them in a worse position because they haven't yet healed from what happened previously. So they're willing to accept the same thing that they were being given before. So take the time, guys. I understand in some circumstances decisions need to be made, you know, but I feel like after this whole entire process is completed, it's not going to be a long healing process anyway. Not with the World card being here. You guys have closed this out. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Control those emotions, friends. Don't allow yourself to let these low vibrational frequencies drag you down into the pits of despair again, okay? Don't let it happen. All right, Aquarius, that's where we're going to leave it at today. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I love you all so much. I hope you've all had a beautiful weekend, and I hope you have a beautiful week to come. I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, guys.